Hey, what's going on, guys? Mindyq787B here, and welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2004. In the last episode, we had a very awesome Daytona 500. We finished 15th. Great way to start the season. Also, I want to go say Happy New Year, by the way, welcoming in 2023. Yeah, this game is about to be 20 years old, believe it or not. That's going to be, man, this game aged like a fine wine, that's for sure. Anyway, let's go back into our shop and see what we can work with here in terms of like our garage. I would do chassis work, but we have one race left before our chassis shop appears. Thank goodness. We can finally get to work on some of that next race. So I'm not going to touch the chassis department anyway. As for the engine department, we still got 3 races for the engine build, so we got to protect this engine, of course. And actually, I might plan to overhaul this engine to keep it as like a third, like minor engine, I suppose. But I'm gonna overhaul it, make it wait for like 4 races. So that's what I want to do for that. And the same thing for the this body here as well. We need to overhaul this a little bit too. But of course for the 4 race one as well. I want to make sure I'm still able to have 450,000 because I do want the body draft upgrade to appear in 3 races. So we can also try to get the efficiency upgrade as well. We definitely need those 2 things if we want to tackle the next Talladega race as well. But I just noticed as well, I mean, some of our employees aren't exactly happy. Let's go take care of that right now. Apparently, these 2 aren't exactly the most happiest things in the world, and if you don't like being here and you're going to keep causing mistakes anyway, I banish you to the Shadow Realm, and we're going to pick somebody else. So we got Jay Shelton, going to be our new front tire carrier. And as for you, we're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of skill and a little bit of speed, but I'm pretty sure we can make this guy work. R. Burris, welcome aboard. You're a little bit cheaper too, so that's nice. Now, his gas man is about 65, 68. His happiness is at the 50. I'm not so sure if I want to keep him. I might see like what other people have. So as of now, his job is a bit on the line. Well, he's in luck because nobody else is up to spec. As for our builders, we're going to keep them the way they are for right now. Yeah, that's about it there in terms of what we're going to do for the garage. And with that being said, there's really not much more to say except time to go right back to the rock. We're actually going to throw in everything, our best equipment for this, essentially. We're going to probably overhaul that chassis once the new stuff comes in. So I will see you at the rock. Alright, I definitely ran a lot faster laps in practice than I was doing race trim, not qualifying trim. So basically, what I mean by qualifying trim is actually lower the tire pressures quite a bit to bring it down to 18. I'm going to put it back for race trim to 21 PSI. I'm more importantly worried about my second lap, so I want to set up for that. Try to set up for that. A good hug in the bottom really well in 3 and 4. This will be a good out lap. Here we go to our actual main lap. Qualified 24th already. I think I overshot the corner just a tad. 23.95. I ran a 23.5 in practice, but that was like the first lap or 2 in. So see how we do in turn 3 and 4. We hugged the bottom quite well. Let's see if we can get ourselves a good launch off the corner, and its time's going to be a 23.
We'll start in the top half.
Oh boy, that was 3/10 off on that one for my practice lap. So 18th place. Still good. Still very good, actually. Kurt Busch gets our pole. And the 23.5 would have been a pole, actually. Oh well. Let's put our tire pressure back to where it was. Yeah, I got no complaints about the setup. Off to the pre-race.
We're in Rockingham, North Carolina, home of the North Carolina Speedway, for today's race, the Subway 400. What can you tell us about this track, Barney?
Well, this track is deceiving to drivers who are new here. It's wide and fast in most places, but in the corners, they'll have to slow up more than they expect. Otherwise, the wall will sneak up and bite them on the exit, especially in turn 2.
In 2002, it seemed that Harvick suffered through the sophomore slump that we always hear about.
With only 1 win and a 21st finish in the points, it was a down year. But you have to believe that Richard Childress' race team, especially one with Goodwrench on the hood, is going to find his championship form sooner or later.
The 56 car can count on a couple of the drivers out there to treat him well, especially Jerry Nadeau.
And that's not something that happens overnight. It can take a long time of racing with a guy before he starts to treat you like a friend on the racetrack.
Jeremy Mayfield changed teams after the 2001 season, ending a 4-year tenure with Roger Penske.
A lot of people, Ray Evernham included, believe Mayfield still has a lot of untapped potential. He certainly has shown flashes of brilliance in the past. Maybe he can put that number 19 Dodge in victory lane today.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
I'm getting a sense of deja vu in this place because we just got done here a few episodes ago. But I'm ready to be back here again, and I'm ready to go start. And I'm ready to start. Ready to get a good race here today. I think we can do that. We got our friend Jerry Newton maybe right in front of us, and we're gonna under green at the Rock. 98 laps once again. I'm pretty sure we can have a great race. Let's just make sure we keep the car out of trouble as we already drift a little bit too high there. We missed our corner entry, and we're already 3 wide lap 1. Come on, guys, this isn't an R. And now we just lost a few spots there, but we can get those spots back eventually. We gotta get back to that bottom, but unfortunately, everyone's favorite driver to race with, Robbie Gordon, is right on our inside. So we're gonna try to see if we can get around him, but he's just still there on the bottom. We're gonna have to try to outbrake him here. When we do, we don't want to make sure we don't cook our tires and slide them that much, because this track is very notorious for tire wear. And already I can start feeling my car is getting very, very tight. I think I made my adjustments a little bit wrong before trying to get back to what they were. I think it was at 20, not 21, so I might have to make that adjustment at some point during the race.
Leader's running about 2.5 seconds in front of you.
Yeah, we're doing a great job so far. Well, not really great, but like a decent enough job where we almost ran it right in the back of Elliott Sadler. And at this point, I think we're going to try to just pull away from the middle of the pack here. As long as we finish in the top 25, we're good to go. And now we're going to set these down the inside here. We're going to get the 2-for-1 special, hopefully in this corner. I keep losing the nose. I don't want to put too much front downforce, because the last time we were at Rockingham, we did not have any straightaway speed to make any passes. We could only make a pass in turn 1, where we just outbrake everyone. But they just eat us alive everywhere else.
The interval to the leader's about 3 seconds.
All right, so we're back to where we were when we first started, after that little sluggish start. No harm, no foul though. As long as we're able to keep the where we are.
Put about 5 seconds on it.
Yeah, so far I've just been minding my P's and Q's, really. We got around Jerry Nadeau during that whole exchange. Now we got Texas Terry behind us. And we're actually just trying to just manage our P's and Q's, trying to keep the car out of the wall. But as we say that, we get extremely tight there. We're going to lose a little bit of time to old Jamie Mack right in front of us. And Dale Earnhardt Jr., our series champion last year, is struggling a little bit in this race so far. He's having a little bit too much hangover from that Budweiser, it looks like, and he wants to get back into this championship form. And right ahead of Jamie McMurray is Matt Kenseth, who was our Daytona 500 winner in his universe in 2004, not Dale Earnhardt Jr. As Texas Terry is really trying to put me to work here, as he's going to try to go down the inside, but he just cannot seem to do it. And thankfully, we did make those adjustments for the straightaway speed. I decided to remove a little bit of downforce just to compensate for with the engine power as well, just to have that top end a little bit. And I'm glad it's paying off, because I would be eaten alive by Terry and Dale Earnhardt Jr. by now. We can try to make a dive bomb, kamikaze dive. Not really a kamikaze, but just definitely a good dive. We stick to the bottom really, really well. We clear Jamie Mack as we slide jump up in front of him. As he's gonna try to repay the favor for the overtake, but I actually lose the nose, so it looks like he's gonna have a shot at me. Does he have enough room on the bottom? No, he doesn't. He has to cut off Terry Labonte. He's trying to play offense and defense. I might not be able to keep this spot for long though, because I keep pushing the front tires at the Rock, because the AI kind of slow up themselves on purpose just to help save those tires. I'm not doing a good job of that. We're just about, oh my goodness, Jamie Mac almost out of nowhere once again as we park the bus down below, just holding off these two guys. Our right front is finally starting to wear down. So that's how you know for sure I'm definitely pushing these tires. We still have to make it until lap 33, 32. I mean, that's what I'm planning on doing. Of course, we got to split this race into thirds because the tire wear is just still bad. But don't worry, we're going to start working on the chassis as soon as we get done this race. We're just going to have to keep holding on to 17 for the time being.
Your left front tire's a little worn.
All right, so the left front lasts about 19 and a half laps before it starts to get worn out. I'm just continuing to park the bus right now. I mean, our corner speed is actually not that far in terms of like falling off. I mean, I'm not complaining too much about any lap time fall off as of now. I mean, we're only like about 4/10 off the pace as we have a blow up in front of us. This looks like one of our friends, Mark Martin, and that's first spot. So now we're in 16th place. As long as we don't hit the wall at all, I think our car will definitely be fine. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. is finally going to try to make a move on the outside. I'm going to keep parking the bus on the bottom 8. So you're going to have to figure out another way around me, unless I make a mistake, which I don't plan on doing anytime soon. Yeah, that's the thing about Rockingham, though. You really have to baby the car around as fast as you can. I mean, when I used to be a little kid playing this game, no, I just broke in the last possible second, and my tires would get absolutely destroyed because I would keep locking up the front brakes. And I would just get blown right by everybody else. Like even in NR or my sim racing career, where I started racing, I was completely unaware about what the heck tire saving was. And like I just kept going as fast as I can because I was just a hard racer. So definitely I learned a lot though about like I'm using some of my experiences here to apply into the game, and it does help out quite a bit now. But, oh, here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's going to try to make us pass on the inside, but we're going to say, no way, Jose. Or, no way, Dale, yay. As if he finally, actually, he was stubborn enough to get around us, and oh my goodness, he's already sailing off. We were really, I guess it was just that bad of track position, I suppose. He just could not get around us. And he finally got the job done.
Okay, you've got some driving to do. The leader has about 10 seconds on us.
But yeah, that's really like the story about like why I love Rockingham as like a racetrack. Like you would really have to be strategic on the tires. Now, recently, from what I've heard about Rockingham themselves, they repaved the whole surface of the track, and they're trying to get it back on the NASCAR schedule. I'm okay with the repave, to be honest, because it is a really old surface, just like kind of like North Wilkesboro. But North Wilkesboro, I guess, is its own little monster where they really just want to leave the track surface the way it is. And I can't wait for the trucks to come back there to that track. And I can't wait for the All-Star race. Kind of ironic, though, that Wilkesboro took the All-Star race spot away from Texas. The irony is so real at that track. So real. The only thing I can say about that situation is eat your heart out, Texas Motor Speedway fans. Gosh, why am I always such against Texas? I mean, I get it. I hate the Cowboys. Really, come on. Why is everything in Texas that bad? Except for Coda. Coda's cool. And maybe Houston Astros, where we lost the World Series against them. Oh shoot! I was going on a monologue for so long I didn't realize Jamie Mack was already down my inside. There he goes. All right, but thankfully pit stops are on their way soon, and we didn't really lose that much time. We were actually kind of like where we started off as such. We were starting in I think 18th, and we're in 18th as of now. We're an 18th place car, I guess. I'm okay with that. At least the qualifying's kind of accurate, I suppose. As long as we don't keep it out of the wall, there we go. I'm not sure if I want to loosen this thing up a little bit, or maybe I do. I'm not so sure. See, the thing with higher tire pressures, it would last longer. So that's why I've been running a little bit higher tire pressures than you would think. I might put it down to 20 and just make the car even looser. No, I won't even make that drastic of a change. I mean, I'm not going to fix something that's not broke. It's not. I mean, it's tight in the latter part of the run, and it does get a little bit slower. And I can start feeling the fall off as I'm the main part. That part of the is just me pushing tires so much. especially since now the right front's
That
very,
car
very
ain't
warm.
running much longer. You need fuel.
Yeah, we gotta survive another lap or two before we can come on down pit road. Our efficiency stat's still not the greatest. And, I mean, I could do the fuel-saving trick again where I would just shut off the motor. I actually know how to get back into 4th gear a little bit faster as well. You know, I'll even do a demonstration lap here before we come down pit road. All right, so I'm gonna press the L1 button, and then press the R1 button back. Oh, okay, I was holding on to the L1 button, but you get the idea, though. You would still be in 4th gear, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we're gonna wait another lap, and then we're gonna come on in. All right, box. It's time for our pit stop, and it's a clean pit road too. We're gonna be the first ones in.
The 01 car, it's coming up quick. Someone got by you. Let's go after it.
All right, my only change I want to do is make this down to 20. Like I actually have a little bit more grip, but it's gonna wear a little bit more. We're gonna go, just make our changes, and here we go. Poor Mark.
Unscheduled stop, but definitely a problem for this car.
The crew jumps over the wall and begins to service this machine. This is their opportunity to shine. They can't make any mistakes here. It'll be a routine 4-tire change. We'll also put in 2 cans of gas, 4 tires of gas on this stop.
That was kind of slow because the estimated time was about 17 flat. As we get held up on pit road, this was exactly what I wanted to avoid. That was a little slow.
Look out. Traffic up high. Clear.
The estimated time was a 17 flat. That was an 18.2. That was not good.
We got some cars leaving pit road ahead. Be careful.
All right, looks like we definitely came out right behind Rusty Wallace. I'm not sure where he was on the track, so he came in 18th. We were an 18th place car. I hope we can cycle back at 18th as the pit cycle commences. Maybe, I mean, then again, a whole lot. I'd rather come down the pit road when it's empty, not when it's like completely busy. That way, the game could sometimes make you like wait a few seconds, just like kind of like what happened with us a little bit there. I was trying to avoid that because it does cost like really precious seconds off your pace. Not really pace, like where you're running out on the track. So let's see where we cycle out when this is all over. Oh, we have another blown motor. It's Kevin Grubb. I don't think, like I said, there's really nothing to talk about. You can see there's nobody in the mirror and there's nobody in front of me. I'm all by myself. So, I mean, I've been trying to make up stories, or, well, not really like make up stories, like tell my like actual sim racing stories or whatnot. Like I said before, I love this track. And I really do hope it comes back on the NASCAR schedule at some point, especially since they're actually really trying to get NASCAR to say, hey, please come back to us. We want us to go racing here again. We want the fans to enjoy this track again. I agree. I mean, I would love to go take a trip to Rockingham at some point, or like Charlotte, or maybe Wilkesboro. Wilkesboro, I hate to say it, for me, it's out of the question. Only because it's going to be impossible to find, like, tickets. Because, think of it this way. A lot of people since 96, especially the older fans, like, fans that are, like, they're completely older than me and I wasn't even around yet, they definitely want to go back to that track. And, honestly, I can see why. I don't blame them whatsoever. Especially in the small town of Winston-Salem, anyway. Yeah, I would love to see that track come back. I mean, I can't wait to see the trucks go at it. Even the truck race is probably going to be a sellout crowd because they haven't had a race in so long. Definitely the Cup guys, no question, they're selling out. There's not a chance in hell that there's not going to be one seat open. So it's going to be a mosh pit for those races. As for the Rock, I'm pretty sure that they're going to have a good crowd for sure. The surface isn't as old, so tire saving shouldn't be that bad, but I wouldn't, like, doubt it still, regardless. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of bored. That's why I'm going on these rants. So that's why I want to keep it, you know, so I can actually keep the video link kind of high. And I think that's Dale Jarrett behind us, as he just lapped his teammate of Elliott Sadler. Yeah, we're starting to lose a little bit of pace to make out cars in front, but that's fine. So, I mean, we got one last lap to worry about. We can actually come in one lap earlier, if we so choose. But yeah, The Rock definitely needs to come back to the track, to the
That was a halfway
NASCAR schedule.
mark. Your right front tire's wearing down. Try another line or you won't last.
Looks like some pit stops are finally happening.
Car outside.
I'm thinking about doing that myself. Definitely like about a few laps though.
Well, them rears getting
We still
warm.
gotta make a few more laps before we can come down pit road. We're gonna let Kevin Harvick go by because he's a lead lap
One
car.
inside.
We're definitely trying to let Spray go by because he's supposed to be a lap down. He's a lap
Still
down
there.
from us. But we're clear, so we're gonna get away from the Haas car.
Clear on both sides.
Little did we know that Tony Stewart would pair up with Gene Haas until like 2009 or whatnot. There's our pole sitter, Kurt Busch.
97 car down low.
I wonder what happened to him. He's not leading the race, sadly enough. He's on fresh tires, so we're gonna have to try to move away from him as best we can. Definitely 3 more laps. We gotta come down pit road. We're gonna be a lap down anyway, so definitely I want to do that. Just do like a little more of an undercut. Yeah, it's gonna affect us in the long run, but we gained. I think we definitely lost spots because of the pit cycle.
Number 97 is outside.
We're gonna have to let some of these guys go by at some point, especially
All
Rudd.
clear, buddy.
I mean, we already had a couple run-ins already with the Rooster last season. But I'm going to hopefully put that bad blood aside because it's a brand new year. It's 2023, well, in real life, and it's 2004 in this universe. So I'm going to let him go. Let bygones or chickens be chickens or roosters be roosters
Car
and
ain't running
whatnot.
much longer. You need fuel.
All right, so our tires didn't really wear that much compared to the 21 PSI, so that's very, very interesting. I'm not sure if I was saving a little bit more, but definitely we're going to come down box this lap, hit this time. And hopefully we don't get trouble with pit road this time. That wasn't even a mistake, too, with that 18-second pit stop, so hopefully we don't ruin ourselves here. All right, no changes. I kind of like what I see here. All right, guys, good stop here, please.
The crew jumps over the wall and begins to service this machine. This is their opportunity to shine. They can't make any mistakes here. It'll be a routine 4-tire change. They'll also put in 2 cans of gas. 4 tires of gas on this stop.
Much better. There we go. Much better. That got me pumped. Let's get back up there.
Clear.
All right, yeah, that got me pumped. Let's get up there. Let's get these guys.
Car outside.
Oh no, we hit the wall for the first time today.
Clear.
That's such a shame. Now the car's gonna be a little bit tighter as the run goes on. I was trying to get around Kenny Walls,
Got one high.
and I just lost the nose.
Okay, we're clear.
We still have plenty of speed though, so we're still gonna try to get up to these guys when the pit cycle's over.
Pit road ahead.
Well, that's Jimmy Johnson. I think it was like a huge spot ahead of us. So hopefully we don't lose that spot.
Number 38 is down low. That's a textbook pass there. Good job. Clear on both sides.
There's some leaders coming in.
Got one high. The O2 car is passing high. Okay, we're clear.
Looks like our old friend Jamie Mack is coming out. Yeah, we must have had a fantastic stop because McMurray was long gone. Now we're right back behind him. Of course, with a few less old pressure tires than us now, it's gonna be a bit of an issue. A bit of an issue trying to close that gap, or if anything, like pass him at all. Still gotta get a few more spots though.
Car down low.
I did not see Labonte there as we have a little bit of damage now to our back end.
Still there.
we keep rubbing fenders between me and the 18. Yeah, it's been a pretty quiet race overall. I want to keep it that way. I don't want to wreck our car again, like 4 or 5 times like the last time we raced here at Rockingham. Definitely, this is a huge improvement, regardless still. I still think we're a top 20 car overall. Oh, Bobby Labonte just really helped us out here there. Jesus. A little bit of controversy there, just being a, just sliding up right in front of Jamie Mack, and it just gives us the free position. As Mayfield now comes down the pit road. Bit of a late going for him.
Couple top 5 cars are on their way into the pits.
Going inside.
I hope this isn't the end of the pit cycle, because we lost yet 3 more spots, and I wouldn't know how. Oh, there's a whole lot of cars right in front of there. That could be an opportunity for some spots. Maybe not. I don't know. 23rd. So we still lost. Oh, okay, now 22nd. So we still lost 1 spot. Oh, there's leaders at the pit road now, so maybe that's another spot. We'll have to find out. I don't even know who's going to cycle as leader, as Craven now comes down pit road, so this could be potentially be a top 20 for this race. We got 2 cars coming out of pit road now. These guys might be for spots. It's Robbie Gordon and Michael Waltrip. Those guys definitely got to be for spots.
The 12 car is outside.
Bill Elliott's up here too. Are they being? Is that 4 car just really holding up everybody again? This time it's Ashton Lewis beating the Giga Chad.
Hold it steady. 3 wide.
Oh, 3 wide in Rockingham is not exactly the smartest thing to do in the world.
9 cars all over your back bumper.
Bill Elliott's for position. We're gonna race against Bill with Awesome Bill from Dawsonville.
He's still there.
I think Robbie Gordon's also for position. I'm not 100% sure. We're just really pushing our tires though. We have to make it another 19 laps. I would say 20 but
Still there.
we're a lap down.
20 now, 20 laps to go.
Clear on both sides.
Yeah, overall, it looks like we lost a little bit of time.
Car high.
Because, like, I guess some of the other crew members had a really fantastic stop compared to us.
The 31 car is still there.
Yeah, I'm definitely pushing my tires. I gotta be careful. I gotta start being more conservative.
Car outside. All clear, buddy. Number 9 is right behind you.
Your right front's wearing down. Keep an eye on it.
Car high.
Yeah, especially since now our right front's starting to wear out a little bit. We're gonna have to start thinking of a different approach. We'll save thinking for another time as we get loose and get right into Steve Park.
Just made some contact.
That is a 30, and I apologize, sir, for giving you that 30. I was just really desperate to get around that 4 because he was really holding up the entire pack, myself included, and we might have to give up this position, not really position, more like a, I guess, a spot on the racetrack to Newman. But we're going to keep holding on to it. We're still defending. The Minister of Defense of Philadelphia is back once again, but for pointless battles like this. I mean, we can potentially finish where we started if we can get around Steve Park and Michael Waltrip that's up there. We would have 2 back-to-back races finishing in the top 20 if it were to stay where it is right now. We had to let Newman go by though, because he is just a man on a mission. He's called the Rocket. He ain't called the Rocket Man for no reason whatsoever. Anyway, and so we're gonna try to get around Steve Park. He's looking a little slow, and we're getting held up really bad by. Well, we're trying to defend, really not holding up. We're the ones holding up Bill Elliott, but he's gonna send one down the inside. That's what our top 20 going as of now. We're gonna fight hard back in turn 1 though. As Jamie Mack's all over our back bumper. Because we have a 5-car battle for positions here. We're gonna make a kamikaze dive, going towards against Steve Park, and Steve Park gets away with it unscathed. And oh, there's a little contact between Park and Labonte there. as we're just really, I don't know what we're going to do to try to get this top 120. It just seems like these guys have still yet more straightaway speed than us. Oh, there's more. Oh, goodness me! That was I did not see that happening at all. That was almost a disaster for the entirety of the field. That was almost a disaster for us. It looked like Labonte, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, now because my short-term like, and I'm trying to focus on the race as well. I think Labonte just hits the wall, and it hits into Steve Park and hits into Bill Elliott. I had no time to react to that because I didn't think it was going to happen all of a sudden. Because AI mistakes are very, very rare in this game. Well, in Legend of
Don't let him by, but try not to hold him up either.
So that's unfortunate there. I gave Austinville from Dawsonville a 60. So now it's just all about defending, I guess, from this point forward, because we already damaged our car quite a bit.
Looking high.
Yeah, I did not mean to do that to Bill at all. I had no time to react on that one.
Keep him behind you if you can.
All right.
Yeah, my crew chief just cannot stay quiet with Bill Elliott being close behind with the rivals pit points there. But we gave up the bottom, and we're going to have to let Dale Jr. have it. But we're going to come back on the inside again because we can. And we're going to.
Let's try to race
A little bit of a nudge.
Be careful. Fuel's getting low.
I just wanted to show my appreciation for him being the champion. That's all. No harm, no foul.
Let's get a new left rear tire. Try to keep him behind you.
I mean, this is a fantastic race. I want to make sure we can still finish in the top 20 because that will be the 2 races in a row. I think this is our first time ever we can finish 20 or better in 2 races in a row. And actually, no, I'm wrong. I'm definitely wrong because it was Texas and then I think Martinsville season 1. We had.
Number 9, up high.
Oh, hold on now. Oh god. How is? Oh yeah, I gave him a 30 earlier, and that's another 30. So he's ready to. And he just sent us.
Going inside.
Oh no, that was a disaster. I think I came down on him. That's a disaster. No. And that'll do it. That race will end under caution because of my incompetence, and we just missed out on our top 25 because of me being an idiot. Oh.
We usually have more cautions than that, don't we?
Well, that was good news to the guys who ran out front. More cautions would just have meant more restarts, which is more chances for you to lose positions.
The 56 car had some problems on the track with the 30 car.
Well, it certainly looks that way. I'm not sure who started
quiet,
everything,
Joe.
but it should be fun
You
to
have
watch
anything
over
nice
the
to
next
say?
couple of races to see what develops.
This has been NASCAR Winston Cup Racing, brought to you by EA Sports and MRN. So long, we'll see you next week at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
That was karma. I agree. That was karma. And that costed us quite a bit of money, too. That cost us an extra $100,000. That was a really boneheaded move by myself to make enemies with Steve Park, and he just sent us around. So that's definitely on me for that one. I'll have to own up to that. He had enough of my shenanigans and just said screw you, which I would have done the same thing. No way about it. Anyway, Dale Jarrett your winner, Harvick second. Jimmy Johnson with a 3rd place run, not bad for him. Ricky Rudd 4th, Ryan Newman 5th, Labonte 6th, Earnhardt 7th, coming from 40th to 7th place. What a drive for him. Stewart 8th, Marlon 9th, and Jeff Burton against the top 10. As we take a look at the rest of the results here, did we just really end up 26 for our troubles? We did. We missed it by 1 spot. Ugh! Dang it. We finished 2 laps down as a result, sadly enough. And that's just about it here. I mean, that just sums up the race. A disappointing end to our race at Rockingham, I want to say. But that's fine. We're going to shake that off. And I'm very happy because we can finally start building our chassis now. Yay! Oh my goodness. Oh, finally. I might have to take the 9 race option, but I don't know. Maybe I might look for others. I'm not so sure, but Well, that'll do it though for this race here at the Rock. It's not quite the finish that we wanted to have, but for sure, I'm very excited for the next following races to come. We definitely got karma there at the end with Steve Park. Oh, I mean, that was just a huge mistake on my end for just messing with the bull, and I definitely got the horns trying to defend for that spot. But I got high hopes for the next coming races because we finally got, hold on, we finally got our chassis shop upgrade, and we can start building some chassis now. That is very exciting. I mean, I'm thinking about the next thing I want to do is definitely get these body forming tools as fast as we possibly can. But that's probably gonna save that for the next episode, of course, for that. So that'll do it for this episode of NASCAR Thunder 2004. I hope you guys have a fantastic year that's coming around, because I know it's New Year's Day. This video is being uploaded. I hope, glad to say Happy New Year, and we're going on to Las Vegas next. I'm very excited for that. And I will see you guys there. Hopefully we can actually get luckier than what we did last time. See you guys then.